We'll start with warming up the body, next shoulder width apart, slightly bent, doing a few shakes of shoulders or your head, your knees, hitting the knees front and back, alternatively, hitting the floor with your heels alternatively to loosen up the hips, make sure not tense the glute muscles at this stage, and giving the whole body a nice big shake. Keep breathing. Warming up the knees, doing a few circles with the knees in both directions, placing the hands on your knees. Shaking anything you don't want to keep for the practice and for the day. Moving to warm up the hips, moving hips side to side, front and back. And keep breathing. 4 points of the hips, front, one side, back, the other side. And then connecting those 4 points into one circle, choosing the amplitude of that circle for you. The other way around. Warming up the chest, then chest forward, arms back, chest back, arms forward. Few movements like that, really stretching the muscles of your back and the chest, and then start coming into your body, feet shoulder width apart, legs slightly bent. Give yourself a few hugs or place one hand on the belly, one on the heart. Reassure your body that you're present with that. Few deep breaths, maybe shaking the body, the shoulders, the belly. Doing long body stretches with your arms up in the air, moving back, forward and up, stretching the full spine with wave-like movements. Opening the mouth, moving the jaw around. Really taking time to warm up and be present with the whole of the body, wider movements. Remembering to breathe. Starting to touch all of your body, your arms, your chest, your belly, your head, upper and lower legs, wide strokes with light to medium pressure. Warming up the skin, continuing to breathe, opening up our chest, our shoulders, our hip area, doing circular movements. And now gently start imagining a circuit being created between your genitals and your heart, and you breathe in, inhale, bringing the energy up from your genitals up to the heart, bringing the arousal there, and then exhale, release the energy back down along your back, and again inhale, bring the energy up, arousal up into the heart with a touch, with a breath. Stay there for a few seconds, and then exhale, release down the back into the genitals. Continue sensing this circle as you breathe and you move, experimenting with different touch. And gently, with inhales, we start to also clench the PC muscles. So squeeze the PC muscles, inhale, pause on the inhale, really feeling the energy coming up into the heart. And then exhale down the back, release the PC muscles and push slightly with them. And then in doing a few rounds of that, continue to inhale, squeeze the PC muscles, just as if you're stopping to pee. Bring the energy up into the heart. Stay there for a few seconds on the inhale, feeling the heart. And then exhaling down, releasing the PC muscles and giving them a slight push as if you're being as hard as you can. And another round of that. Inhale, squeeze the PC muscles, bring the energy up into the heart. If you hold on the in-breath and notice the energy in your heart. And then exhale, release back down into the genital area. Continuing with the circulation, with every few inhales and exhales as you move and touch yourself. Use the oil if you haven't yet. Start putting it on the body. Come back to feeling the genitals for a few breaths, placing one hand on the genitals, one on the heart, noticing the connection between these two parts of your body, and we start increasing the amount of touch on the genitals, giving your genitals squeezing, light strokes, continuing to breathe in sound. Stretching the skin of the genitals in different parts, your scrotum or your outer lips. Notice what kind of pressure and stretch feels good. Test your limits at every point. Bring squeezing motions on a softer tissue. Continuing to breathe. A few strokes, bringing the energy up into the heart, squeezing the PC muscles on the inhale, taking a few seconds, sensing the inhale, retention, and then releasing the energy back down into the genitals. And continuing with the circuits for a few minutes as you increase the touch on the genitals, increase the arousal. Not going into the clitoral or ejaculatory orgasm just yet. We continue with playing with arousal, staying between 1 and 7, and circulating the energy between the heart and the genitals, breathing, sounding, moving, different touch. Now you can experiment with different hip movements, moving hips forward and back. You can hit with your hips on the edges of this amplitude when you go all the way forward, all the way back. See how it feels to do a more abrupt stop. Keep touching your genitals as you move the hips side to side. Medium pressure, touch all over the genital area, the pubic bone, the lower belly, your perineum, your inner thighs. Remembering to connect to the heart from time to time, pausing if needed. And continuing a few circuits with the heart, so clenching the PC muscles, inhaling, bringing the arousal up to the heart, Holding a few seconds on the inhale, noticing how the energy is spreading around. And exhaling, releasing the energy back down into the genitals. Few circuits like that, clenching the muscles while you still move and breathe and sound. Keeping the energy up in the heart, letting it spread. And then exhale, release the muscles and push slightly with 1 or 2 cycles like that. Going different speeds from very slow to medium to very fast. Slowing down again. Stretching your genitals, stretching your penis, moving your hand up and down while the other hand is massaging your belly and your chest, all the inner thighs, your butt. And finding a way to pause, to slow down and see how your body feels. Take a few breaths. Notice if you want to continue or that is a good time to find completion and slow down the movement. Gently, gradually every time finding your own rhythm, your own way to ride the wave of pleasure. And coming back to doing a few circulation breaths with the heart. Inhaling, clenching the PC muscles, bringing the energy up into the heart. Taking a few seconds there on the inhale, noticing the spreading of the energy. And exhaling down to the genitals and continuing that circle as you enjoy your body fully, enjoy your genitals, enjoy your breasts and belly and everything that's connected to them. Continue the practice for a few moments more like that. Couple of minutes, finding a way to complete your practice, no rushing, really noticing what's your body's rhythm right now, how you want to slow down, how do you want to come to the end of this particular practice today. And when you're ready, come to stillness and bringing the hands on your heart and your genitals and taking a few breaths there. Now gently find a place to integrate your experience, lie down or sit where whatever feels good, and take time to just be with yourself for as long as is comfortable and you can allow yourself to be. Could be 1 or 2 minutes, could be 5. If it's in your practice to do a big draw, then after a few breaths it would be a good time to start doing that practice. Otherwise, just relaxing and noticing what's happening in the body, how your body has changed in its feeling since the beginning of the session. Taking any information that's coming in for the remainder of the day. You might want to note down after this integration part if there were any particularly valuable insights. And come out when you're ready to.